The coronavirus has now infected more than 68,000 people worldwide, killing more than 1,600. Evacuations have now begun in Tokyo by the State Department of Americans stranded aboard a cruise ship. What a living nightmare. And while the virus continues to spread, so too does misinformation about it, including from at least one U.S. senator.
So, Maria, here's what we do know. This virus did not originate in the Wuhan animal market. So we don't know where it originated, but we do know that we have to get to the bottom of that. We also know that just a few miles away from that food market is China's only biosafety level 4 super laboratory that researches human infectious diseases. Now, we don't have evidence that this disease originated there, but because of China's duplicity and dishonesty from the beginning, we need to at least ask the question.
Now, the Chinese ambassador called the notion of biological warfare, quote, absolutely crazy, accusing you of trying to spread misinformation and panic. What's your response there? I mean, we don't want to create panic, but at the same time, people need to be educated in terms of what exists in this region in China.
Well, the burden of proof right now is on the Chinese Communist Party and the ambassador of China and his fellow communists. They have lied consistently about this virus from the beginning, so we should not take their word at face value. And no, we don't want to have a public panic, but we do want to err on the side of caution.
So there is currently no evidence to support this theory about a super lab that Cotton was talking about, and we don't have to look to quote-unquote communists for this. The Washington Post spoke with Richard Bright, a professor of chemical biology at Rutgers University, who says, quote, there is absolutely nothing in the genome sequence of this virus that indicates the virus was engineered. Also, a political science professor with background in chemical engineering also tells the Post, quote, we don't have any evidence for that. Brendan,
yeah.
What's going on here? I mean, this is not Tom Cotton just kind of one-off, saying something that seems a little out there. He also tweeted about it, again, at the Chinese ambassador, saying the burden of proof is on you and fellow communists.
Well, Tom Cotton has been a China hawk forever. I don't know where this is coming from, but that's the only thing that I can go back to. Whether it's with Huawei, the Chinese telecom company that he has targeted, he has talked a long time about the national security threat that China plays. So I imagine that's what this is. At the same time, I can't imagine someone like Donald Trump likes the idea of promoting hysteria around this virus. I tend to think that if Donald Trump, because Donald Trump is the president, is one reason why we don't have more hysteria, because he's the type of provocateur who perhaps if he wasn't president would be trying to gin this type of thing up.
So you're saying he's trying to keep it quiet because it's beneficial to him,
now, look,
the president.
Now, the Chinese, I think we know were not upfront early on in this, and so I think it's okay to question what they are saying. I don't think we should be floating our own theories at the same time.
Look, I'm about to finish Stranger Things, so I am all about foreign bioweapon conspiracy theories at the moment. I don't know what he's talking about, though, here. And look, this isn't some backbencher. This is Tom Cotton. If Hillary Clinton was in the White House, he'd be running for president, most likely. I think when Donald Trump leaves, he probably won't run for president. So this is a big deal. And you make a good point. China hawk all the way through, and you're never going to lose votes by taking on China. This is another level. And I think you make another good point, though. If Donald Trump wasn't in the White House, there would be a lot more hysteria. If this was, say, 2016, certainly we'd be probably in 12 tweet threads deep about kind of the provocateur.
I don't remember how he handled Ebola, but
yeah,
I imagine.
Well, he tweeted a lot about Ebola.
There you go.
But I will say that, backing up a little bit on a serious note, this is one of those subjects, I think, quite frankly, like the Boeing scandal, where this was another time and place. Donald Trump wasn't president. Maybe impeachment wasn't going on. This would have wall-to-wall, huge implication, right? Congressional hearings, wall-to-wall coverage. It's kind of ironic or weird to think about all those stories that might have still got major coverage, but didn't get the normal amount they would in a Trumpless news cycle.
Can I just we don't need to rely on our own thoughts. The CDC is a major government organization which is looking into this. So is NIH. I mean, this is, again, an elected member of Congress who has a wealth of resources at his disposal.
He doesn't need to be tweeting at the Chinese ambassador.
Well,
I mean,
it's up to him. But.
It's up to him, but he doesn't need to ask them for information,
correct.
I think is the point.
Let's apply Occam's razor and just call crazy. This is crazy. This is an insane thing to do, and it has real-life implications in United States global relations. It has real-life market implications. It's just wildly irresponsible and was totally unnecessary. I don't know what Tom Cotton gets out of this. I don't know how this helps him get reelected as a United States Senator from Arkansas. I don't know how this elevates his standing in the National Republican Party. I just don't get it.
All right.